right. Hello, everyone. I'm Janine Cagmore with the Head of Public Services at the Palos Heights Library, and I'm here with Catherine Cross, Public Services Librarian, and we are here to tell you about a new local history exhibit at the library. So welcome, Catherine.
Thanks, Janine. Hi, it's great to be here today.
Well, good. Local history exhibit. What is this? Can you tell us about what the library does with that? What's a local history exhibit at the library?
Well, the library's local history room houses a bunch of different photos and articles documenting the history of Palos Heights, but we also have a whole lot of photo exhibits throughout the first floor of the library that kind of have various topics. One is on the building of the CalSeg channel, one's on the Palos Gun Club, and now we have a brand new one, which is on this summer in Palos.
Oh my God. So this is something that you work on yourself, right? And you're actually inside the local history room right now, correct?
I am right now, yeah. So this is something that I've put a bunch of time into, like looking at different photos. A lot of the background comes from with this particular exhibit was a couple of years ago when we received thousands of photos from the regional newspaper.
Okay.
So they date back all to the 60s and they go all the way to the 2000s. We're going to house them. We're housing them in the local history collection. And so while going through the photos, I found some really awesome images of children and their summertime activities. So including, camp activities, softball teams, school picnics, those sorts of things. I can show you one of the.
Yeah, let's take a look at an example.
Yeah, I'll bring that up right now. Here's this one it was actually published in the regional June 26th, 1969. It's the sixth grade class at Chippewa School in Palos Heights.
Okay.
So this was their year-end picnic after they finished sixth grade. It took place in the Elizabeth Conkey Woods. So they were going to be heading to Crab Orchard School the next year. So, you can kind of see how excited they are to be done with school for the summer there.
One of the fun things about looking at these old photographs is I love to see how we dressed back then, the hairstyles, and I love seeing this, the kids' faces. They're so excited at their field day. The school is over. Summer's about to begin. It's a great feeling. So we've got several other photographs in this exhibit that we are going to be showing. Yeah.
We do, yeah. So this is just one of them, so you can come in and see the other ones, which there's several others, all summertime in Palos, but this was a great example of just, one of those that you can see. And that's, one of the cool things too, is that like all of these photos I've been able to find in old copies of the regional newspaper. So, which, if you're interested too in, old newspaper things from the regional, you can actually view it on the library's website. There's a link to our online regional.
So they can, the public can look at the old issues of the regional dating back to what, 1941?
Yeah, from the beginning of when the regional was first published. So, and because of that great resource, we've been able to actually find these photos in that digitized regional. And so we know exactly who's in the photos, what event that was taking place, who the people are in them, which is very cool.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things I like about, you're looking at the old photographs is, you see how people used to live and what they did. And sometimes it's not all that different from the things that we're doing today, and there's kind of this connection to the past and connection to the people who were there in our own community. And, I somehow find that comforting at a certain level. So, but I know, Catherine, you have quite a background in local history. Can you tell us about some of the work that you've done?
Sure, yeah. I've worked at a few different archives in the past, including an internship I did at the National Archives in Chicago, which was very cool. That's all been very informative for my work in local history in general, which I've been able to dive into while working as a librarian here at the library. Like, for example, back in 2019 was the 75th anniversary of the library. So for that was when we created the video project, The Story of Palos Heights, which was, a lot of the information in that video came just from research in our local history room and research around town. And it was an amazing project to be able to create.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted that you mentioned that the video project, that is something that you can see at the library. You could view it. We have a link to it as well. But what I love about what you did on that show was you used oral histories, the recordings of people's voices, and you used the old photographs, and it gives quite a great history of that. Um,
Yeah, that was actually one of my favorite parts of like going through the oral history, because we have a bunch of these awesome oral histories of early residents in the area, going back. They recorded them, a lot of them in the 70s. So that was very cool to be able to listen to those and digitize them and find some cool parts for the video.
Yeah. So great. So now that you've used your incredible background and your expertise in making a local history exhibit, so we want to make sure all you folks know about it and come out to the library to come see it. And I guess we're having a new one coming in the fall as well, Catherine.
We are, yeah. There's going to be a whole new exhibit right when school starts. So keep your eyes peeled in September for when that one comes out.
Well, great. So come on out to the Palos Heights Library during our open hours, of course. Come take a look at, take a walk back through history with our local history exhibits. Thank you, Catherine, for being with us. Thank you all for watching. We look forward to seeing you at the library. Thank you.
Bye.